Hi friends, in this video we are going to see the most important quality we have to develop within ourselves, that is the time management. Time and money, these are the precious, or you can say the hot commodity one person have in their life. All the successful people, those who are manage their time and money properly. If you can't able to manage your time and money, you cannot successful. In my personal opinion is that compared to money, the time is more precious. So if you can manage your time properly, certainly you can lead a happy life. So here in this video we are going to see what are the obstacles we face when you are going for a time management, and how we can overcome those obstacles in a day-to-day basis. Let's go into this video. So first we will see what is the benefit of time management. So these are the benefits of the time management. Efficient. If you manage your time properly, effectively, so you can get an efficient output, then successful, and you can be healthy. Because if you manage your time properly, you will get a lot of free time and you can concentrate on your health. Something like wake up early in the morning and do some exercise, or if you finish your work early in your office, you can get back to your home early. You can spend with your family members more time, and you can go for evening walk with them. And of course, as I told you in the beginning of this video, if you manage your time and money properly, and you can be a successful person. So next we will see what are the obstacles we will face when you are going for the effective time management. What are the common obstacles we face? The unclear objects. We all want to manage our time properly, but for what purpose we have to spend the time? For which cause we have to give the time? We don't have a clear object, we don't have a clear goal in our mind, so we are just passing our time without spending the time for the useful things. Next, disorganization. In your working place, if you don't organize the things which you access, like your computer or the files or your telephone, if you don't put everything in an organized manner, then you cannot manage your time properly. Then you have to waste your time, or you can say searching some file in a computer. If you don't put the particular file with a clear name and a clear folder, then you have to waste your time to find a single file for the even for the whole day. So always, even it is not only in computer, even in a filing, when you are going to file a document, you have to put in a file with the proper naming, with the proper numbers, so that we can easily get the file and we can save our time. Otherwise you have to search the document, and you have to arrange everything in an organized manner, not in a neat manner. I'm not saying it has to be arranged in a neat manner, but this should be easily accessible by yourself in your working place. Next, inability to say no. This is the biggest problem we face. We always commit so many works from your higher authority, or we always commit so many works but we are not able to complete all the work. That you have to understand. So it is the inability to say no. So we will concentrate on all the works but we will not complete none of the work in a particular deadline. So end of the day you will be an incomplete person. Then interruptions. Whenever you do an important work, if there is a phone call means, then it interrupts you. Because of that you loses your concentration, and there will be a discontinuity continuity in your work. Then it will take some time to again start from the scratch in the work. So always try to avoid this kind of interruptions unless it is very really important work. Phone calls mean attend, otherwise just put it in a silent mode. Keep concentrating on your work. Too many things at one time, that's what I'm saying. When you if you are not able to do, if you are not able to say no, it's inability to say to no, then you have to commit to more than one work. So you will concentrate on too many things at one time, and end of the day you will not complete none of the work in an effective manner. Next one is stress and fatigue. The same thing. If you are committed for so many things, naturally you will face the stress, then fatigue, so you will not complete any of the work. All work and no play. You keep on going to work and you don't enjoy the work means, then you cannot produce a effective output from your work. So always choose a work where you can enjoy your work, or you feel this is the work is really the passion for me. So always choose that kind of work. So these are the obstacles we face when you're going to manage our precious time. So what we can do, how we can overcome these obstacles? First, you should recognize what is your own problem, your own obstacle for the time management. That you have to find out. That is, you need to identify them, and you have to employ a strategy to overcome that obstacle. First, as I told, we have unclear goals. So first set the goal, what you want to become, and spend your most of your time for that particular goal. So don't do the work here and there and concentrate on here and there. End of the day you will be jack of all, master of nothing. So always set your goal and keep concentrating our goal, and you need to be possessed by that particular dream. So the goal need to be a specific, not a kind of blur thing, not an unclear thing, and it need to be a measurable. The goal, it should be a measurable, and it should be achievable, and it should be more realistic. You should not go for or set your goal in a short span. For a big goal you cannot set a goal like that. You have to think that goal actually to reach the particular goal, how much time it will take, how much energy we have to spend, and it should be more realistic. Just not, it should not be like just a dream like that, a fancy type of goal you should not go for. It should be more realistic and time based. As I told you, whether this to achieve this goal, this stimulated time is enough or not. So based on that you have to set your goal. Next important thing is that prioritize. When you are having more than one work in your hand, so you have to prioritize which work I have to complete first. So just keep prioritize the things. First do. If you are not able to do everything yourself, Then go for delegate, that is giving the work to your friends or your subordinates to make them to complete. Sometimes if the work is not an important work, means delay it. If the work is completely not important, it is not even important work, means delete it. Need not to do that work. So the highest prioritized work you just do yourself. Then less prioritized work means you can give it to others. If it is very less important, means you can delay the work. If it completely is not useful for your future or personally, means just delete that work. So this is the way you have to do. You have to approach your work. So that's I told you. What is the address the urgent work? What the work need to be completed immediately? That work you have to choose. This is the way you have to prioritize. Then accomplish what you can yearly. So which work you can complete yearly, that you have to accomplish first. So for what work generally you delay, for those work you generally delay, means just attach a deadline. Otherwise you will do the work very very late in a delayed manner. So always keep a deadline for that work which you generally delay, right? Organize. Here, first plan the things in a plan, in a what way I'm going to complete the work, then do the work. This is the way you have to execute each and every work. As I told you earlier, this is the more important thing. Learn when to say no, because you can't do everything. That you have to accept and you have to understand. You can't do everything. Next, don't undertake things you cannot complete. If you can't complete the work, means don't please undertake it. Next, remain consistent to your goals. Don't keep on change your goals according to the time or situation. Don't keep on change your goal. So keep consistent to your goals. So if the work or the job is not important for you or you cannot complete that work, means do please say no to the work. This is the thing you have to learn when you are going to the higher levels in your life. Use your waiting time. Generally in a public transportation, when you are sitting in a bus or what you can say train, you can use that particular time, do some walks. Or in a doctor's office, if you are going for consultation with the doctor, means that you generally you have to wait. You cannot just go and see the doctor, you have to wait. So during that time you will the place will be more silent, and you can use that particular time. And waiting for the plane in an airport, there also this ambient will be very what you can say silent or peaceful. There you can use it, or you can do some concentration work. Or any places, if you went or reach the place somehow earlier than expected time, means you can use those time for the useful purposes or useful to complete some useful jobs. So you have to concentrate on the task at hand. Focus on your goal. Tune out the interruptions. Like I said, switch off the mobile phones, switch off the TVs. These kind of interruptions always will be there when you are concentrating on your goals. Consider your personal prime time. This is the thing you have just to understand, and you have to focus on it. Every individual has some prime time. Some people will work efficiently in the uh, morning. Some people will do efficiently in the evening. Some people do it really good at night time. So first find out what is your prime time from the history, from the past, and what time you perform well, whether it is the morning time, evening time, late night. So find out your own personal prime time and do your important work during that time. Procrastination, enemy of time management. This is the term you will just face everywhere when you are studying about time management. Procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time, said by Edward Young. What is procrastination? Generally, we avoid a solitary or time consuming task. This is called procrastination. Or you can say we generally avoid the jobs, a painful jobs, by doing sometime else. Just postpone, postpone, postpone. End of the day, you will do it in a hurry manner and you will never feel confident to do that particular work, because you feel always feel pain when you are doing that particular work. So you keep on postponing the work, so you keep on do that work in the last uh, end of the time, so you will never feel confident for doing that work. So always finish the work which is tough work or ugly work. You, the work you don't like, you complete that work first, so that you will not procrastinate. So to finish that tough work, generally you can break that project into small or specific steps. Schedule these many blocks of project time on your daily do list. So like if you don't know particular work, you can just break it. If you feel it's a time consuming work, it will take more time to complete the work, means just focus on that work, because generally we avoid this kind of works, the task which takes more time or it takes more concentration. So we avoid those kind of works, or you can just postpone it. So you just take that work and break it down. That is called divide and conquer. That is, break the project into small and in a specific steps, schedule these mini blocks and complete the particular work on a day-to-day list. And always don't strive for the perfection of the work. Initially finish the work or try to complete the work before the deadline. And whenever you complete these small steps or small works or small division of the big work, reward yourself, reward yourself, appreciate yourself. So this is the way to avoid procrastination. Otherwise you always keep on avoid the work which is time consuming or painstaking works. So always go for the work which you don't like, and or you can say you always avoid that work, means you first concentrate on that work. You complete ugliest work, you can say. If the work you don't like, means you first complete that work. If you completed that work, means then other works are almost like done. So doing things at last minute is much more expensive than just before the last minute. That you have to understand. Deadlines are really important and establish them yourself. Planning and prioritization. So how you generally prioritize your task? This is the one of the famous table for the time management. The first quadrant is important and urgent work. Second quadrant is important but not urgent work. Third quadrant is urgent but not important work. The last fourth quadrant is not urgent and not important work. So generally what quadrant you will be, in which quadrant you will complete the work, whether it is a first quadrant work you will do, or second quadrant, or third quadrant, or fourth quadrant, the work you will do generally falls under which quadrant? That you have to ask yourself now. Next, you will see the next slide. You just to find out generally the work you do falls under which quadrant. Whether you are doing right or not, you will see in the following slides. So always give more attention to the first quadrant, that is important and urgent work. There is no other way. Next, important but not urgent work. So always try to complete the important work, even though it is not at critical time. Complete the important work, then you go for the unimportant work. Whether it is not urgent or not, complete the important work first. Next, urgent but not important. This is the thing we generally do in your working place. We'll try to finish the important work, or you can say urgent work. Whether it is important for the organization or it is important for yourself, we never bother about it. Those who are going to offices or colleges or schools, they will do this third quadrant. They will just do the job which is what you can say urgent. Whether it is important or not, they don't bother. Then the last fourth quadrant, these activities are time eaters. Those youngsters or those adults, they are spending their time for the social networkings, or you can say watching TVs and all. These works not really important, and also they are not urgent, but they eat your valuable precious time. Keep it in your mind. Three key steps for good time management. Do practice in your day-to-day life, then only you can see the difference in your life. Otherwise, if you see just a theory, means you will never get, or you never feel the changes in your day-to-day life. So please do these three steps, key steps, these three key steps in your day-to-day life. This really helps, and you will feel lot of changes in your life. First, developing a weekly schedule. So you are going to schedule your time for the weekly basis. So what you are going to do when you will have the free time, you know that when you will have the free time, so during that free time you have to fix some schedule. When you are having some committed time, like if you are going to office, mean 9 to 5 is your office time, means during that time you cannot schedule, or you can say already there will be a schedule what you are going to do. But what is your free time? You just to focus on that free time and schedule for your personal growth. So what are the work you have to do for your personal growth, means just focus on your free time and schedule. Then writing day-to-day list. This is really important. You need to write a day-to-day list, otherwise you will miss some important task, the key task, the must do job, you will forget. So it is really important to have a day-to-day list, so that it will be a reminder to assure your key tasks are not forgotten. Next, preparing a long-term plan. So whether it's a day-to-day list is a, I can say, daily basis. Weekly schedule is a sometime short duration, but long-term plan. So based on your the day-to-day list and weekly schedule, to focus on your long-term plan. In that way you have to do your day-to-day list as well as weekly schedule. You have to prepare. You have to prepare your day-to-day list and weekly schedule that should support the long-term plan. So in that way you have to prepare everything. So when you are going to do some day-to-day do list, break things in small steps. If the project, as I told you, in the procrastination, the problem is the ugliest job, or the job which is consumes more time, generally we avoid or we postpone. So in that type of time things, break the things into small steps and achieve it. Like if you are giving cleaning work to your child, you make your child to complete the ugliest job. The child don't want to do that job first, or that job you make your child to clean that particular room first. After that he or she can arrange the table or something like that. So the cleaning the room is something like tough job for the child. So make the child to complete the ugliest work, then it can he or she can complete the rest of the work without your monitoring itself, right? So like the same way you have to approach your day-to-day life also. Complete the job which you don't like first, finish that early, then rest of the things will happen as usual. You need not to bother. So these are the to do list. And as I told you now, this is the weekly schedule. So what you are going to do in this time? So you know when you will have the free time, when you will have the committed time. So you just maintain a timetable for the weekly basis, schedule it, and try to stick to the timetable. You try to stick to the timetable, then only you can find the difference. So these are the some tips about time management. I think you like this video. If you like it, please press the like button and share it to your friends or in your social networking, and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Happy learning. Thank you very much.